No, you don't understand. Them babies got to pick themselves up by the bootstraps. We're here to make sure that the women are forcibly carrying pregnancies to term, nothing else. You understand me? Once the baby's out the pussy, it's time for bootstraps, baby. Dumbass baby, get a job. Learn the value of a dollar real quick.
There's a conversation that pro-life people don't care about the baby once it's born. There are a bunch of people that believe that. But I wanted to find the people that don't believe that. We have a petition here to support universal school lunch and universal child care. We just think people should have access to this, and we thought the best place to get signatures for this petition are the March for Life. This is the place where everyone cares about life. Would you like to sign the petition?
I don't really appreciate being ambushed on camera, but I do know that there are a ton of people down there that would definitely be willing to sign this.
No, I actually don't believe that schools should be providing kids lunch. I think it's up to the individual and the parents.
Universal school lunch and universal child care. And we're trying to get people to sign to show that, we care about babies when they're out of the womb. Would you like to sign the petition?
Like Vance said, I'd have to look it up.
Are you interested in signing it?
I'd rather read about it first.
Pre-K and school lunch. That's it. Nothing crazy. Nothing radical.
We're just trying to show that it's universal school lunch is bipartisan and that universal pre-K is bipartisan. Very divided country, but we want to show the public that there's some unity there.
No, you don't understand. Them babies got to pick themselves up by the bootstraps. We're here to make sure that the women are forcibly carrying pregnancies to term, nothing else. You understand me? Once the baby's out the pussy, it's time for bootstraps, baby. Dumbass baby, get a job. Learn the value of a dollar real quick. Lunch debt is a good thing.
Big hand of government gets involved. They tend to manipulate preconditions that I wouldn't.
This is how so many people sound when they try to sound smart about politics but have no fucking clue what they're saying. Including but not limited to people that come into my chat and, try to repeat talking points from someone else. When the government gets involved, there's preconditions that determine the aspect of the governance that you can't contend with, libtard. You don't understand. After all, the government's going to offer free food to children in school. That's unacceptable. What if they actually offered delicious sandwiches?
Would necessarily not support.
We have a petition for universal school lunch. We have another petition for universal child care. We wanted to show that this is a group that cares about children. Are you interested in signing the petition?
We're trying to meet the rest of our group.
Oh, you got to get to your group? Oh, okay.
I appreciate.
It's a petition for universal school lunch and universal child care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody signed it yet?
No,
nobody signed
yet.
it yet.
Aww. There you go. There's at least one. There's at least one guy, Goddamn. Asman go be pissed. Kids are getting a free lunch and he isn't getting free lunch, so why would he vote to sign for it? Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. That's right, chat. Kids are getting free lunch. I'm not. I'm not in favor of that. And why should I be? Why should I be in favor of that? Really? Yeah.
You were the first person.
Why?
Congratulations. So you're the first signature of the day. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Donald Trump.
You think Donald Trump is going to support universal child care, universal school lunches?
Listen,
Why not?
If enough of his constituency pushes for that, I feel like that could be something that's like bipartisan.
I mean, we want them to be born, and we want them to be happy in school and get.
There's the Hawaiian diff. I don't know how you. I don't know how you're Hawaiian and also simultaneously still a Trump supporter, but I guess his heart is in the right place on this issue at least.
Fed,
Yeah.
I always had a hot meal.
Yeah. Thank you
Why
for
not?
thank you for that. You can say yes or you can say no.
I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna explain why. Because I
Oh.
don't want to be like I don't care about kids. I believe in trying to.
Actually, children don't deserve a free lunch. Let me explain to you with logic and reason why this is a bad thing. Even though it demonstrably improves educational outcomes across the board.
Make change in society and culture so where we can have that happen and it's not something the government has to provide.
So we're doing a petition for universal school lunch and universal child care.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to sign this petition?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone should live abundantly, right? Like, it's not, I'm not just for like, yes, child born, and therefore, good luck, fend for yourself. No, like everyone should have a chance to live abundantly, right? To what extent is up to the law, of course.
But you know what I think the problem is?
Yeah.
The politicians that are representing the pro-life movement don't think that.
No, they don't.
No, they
do not.
don't.
They don't.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you
to
for
meet
saying that. Universal school lunch to feed children and universal child care to make sure.
Funded by individual states or by the federal government?
That's a valid question. What's your personal opinion on that?
So I know in Maryland, especially during COVID, they had free lunches and all that. And I noticed, especially even myself, we abused that ability. We would go in and get multiple lunches, all that. So there would have to be a form of either
means testing.
Yeah, means testing, or whether it be like more regulation on like who gets food, how much food. But we also need to look at the economics. So like in Maryland, if you're within a certain economic bracket, you're eligible for free lunches. Because if there's kids who don't need it, why burden the taxpayer with a kid who...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Everyone is a liberal, dude. Everyone is a liberal. Well, I guess it's because modern day, you look so annoyed. It's because I am, because modern day liberals are so invested in neoliberalism that they look like a conservative. They look like the conservative party of the 90s. When you hear a conservative now, it is indistinguishable from a liberal in terms of social safety nets. It's very frustrating how much like the broader outlook of the party has changed. Burden the taxpayer with children who are children who don't need to pay for school lunch is so stupid. It's especially stupid because it's called taxes. There is a way to do means testing after the fact, okay? It's called taxes, all right? If you really want to do that, you can do that. Except you don't want to do that. That's the problem. If you want rich families to pay more for oh, Jesus. Japan pays well less for education and has home cooked meals for every child.
Who can absolutely, like his family...
Mm-hmm. I know this is an old topic, but I want to say, Hasan, I respect your politics a lot and your team is really good. And please tell me if I'm wrong, but Frogan's comments on veterans were really callous and dumb and really ignores the nuance of the military-industrial complex and why people serve outside of patriotism. Frogan's comments literally factored in veterans that serve alongside members of the left in an anti-war in terms of like feeling conflicted about their service. I don't know if you heard that aspect of her commentary. Does he think millionaires are sending their kids to public school for free lunch? No, but even if they did, like, I mean, I'm sure he's at the very least pretending to act like he believes that. Nobody has heard the commentary. They've seen 15-second clips. Yeah, probably. But once again, there's a solution for it. It's called taxes. You know? Why are people asking about Frogan? As far as I know, you aren't Frogan. I don't know. I actually don't know. I assume, well, part of the reason why people attack Frogan is because she's a mod in my community, despite the fact that she's also a content creator on her own. So that's the reason why a lot of people, every time something is clipped out of context, or every time she says something, people will immediately turn around and say like, oh, you know, you must address this take. Not just a mod, but head mod. Oh, a head mod.
Family can absolutely, take care of him.
So if I'm telling you that this is for people,
If you're asking me why Frogan gets attacked a lot, yes, this is correct. Easy target, woman, has a hijab, wears a hijab, smaller creator, isn't apologetic. Also does have a little bit of a penchant for drama, given her old Stan Twitter ways. It's a perfectly nuclear combination. But the first three factors are the most significant. Address the fact that he's in a Spider-Man suit saying kids shouldn't get free lunch. Yeah, it's funny because nobody thinks they're a villain, right? But it's especially funny when you're dressed up like a hero and you're advocating for what the villain would be advocating for in the story. It's like a comic book villain level of idiocy and cruelty to be like, yeah, poor kids should starve at school.
You would sign it.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. What?
1,000%. 1,000%. I mean, I actually want to be a teacher once I graduate college, and signing this means that every student, every kid, every child out there, no matter what age they are, no matter where they are financially with their family or anything like that, that we're going to be able to help them. So of course I would sign that.
Perfect. There you go. We're trying to create a movement where everyone gets fed.
How would that work?
It's you know, there's people smarter than myself that can explain that in a more better. But you know what? I'm trying to show that there's bipartisan support for this. You know, because people say that the pro-life movement doesn't care about the child once it's born. Some people think that way, but I wanted to show that not everyone thinks that way. Okay. Would you sign this petition? Yeah, sure. Okay.
There you go.
Awesome.
I can also.
All right, very cool. We've got 4 signatures. First, to provide children with free access to health care, school lunch, child care, universal school lunch, and universal child care. And since this is the March for Life, and it's very focused on kids, I thought the best place to get signatures would be the March for Life. Would you like to sign this petition?
What kind of school lunch? Like just making sure that they have funding for that?
Yes, it is to show, I'm trying to show that there is bipartisan support for this.
Right.
And that this is something that goes beyond just like a red or blue thing, that most people agree with it.
Right.
For, you know, making sure that every child is fed in this country, that every child is educated, that mothers can go to work and not have to worry about child care. I feel like our politicians, you know, they get to divide us on those these issues like abortion. A good amount of people here actually think that we should feed children. The politicians representing the pro-life movement don't think that every child should get fed. And I wanted to show that. It's a very complicated issue that I'm trying to show. Some of the people here would not sign this petition. I only have 7 signatures here. These people do exist. I also wanted to show that there are a good number of people that don't care about the child once it's out of the womb.